So today we're gonna take a look at a scenario where Purple Rome forms an empire. This is the second episode of the Adizzpro Wixo Empire series. The last empire video was about Red Mesopotamia, and in a poll it was decided that Rome was gonna be the next country, which is why we see Rome here today. Now let's get started. So, Rome used to have a pretty big empire. It like stretched. I'll just show an outline of what it kind of looked like. It was kind of like that, and then a little piece right there, and then kind of was like that, and then it had like some territory over here, and it had like all of this country, and yeah, that's about what it used to look like. And Rome is not gonna try to recreate it. They're gonna make a completely new empire, but it might have some similarities to their old one. But yeah, let's just get started. So first things first, Rome is obviously gonna be buffed for this video, and the AN doesn't exist, and no other military or economic alliance that could prevent this from happens. And no strong countries like the Security Council members. We're just gonna assume they don't intervene. Okay? Okay, now let's get started. So, who will be Rome's first target? Naples. It's obviously Naples. Like, what other country could it be? So, Roman troops cross the border and begin the invasion of Naples. So, focus is to go along the coast over here, and they focus on capturing this major city so it can control a lot of the trade coming from the Adriatic, their own trade. So, and over time, they capture the capital of Naples, and they kick them back to Sicily, and then a naval landing is made in Sardinia, and the island is fully captured, and it's only a matter of time till Sicily falls and Naples surrenders. Now let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see full annexation from Rome's behalf. I mean, what else would you have expected? Be honest, what else would you have expected from Rome? Of course they're gonna fully annex them. It's an empire vid. Okay, now let's move on to the next country, which I wonder who it is. I mean, it's not like Rome has any other option. They are going to invade Tuscany and immediately capture the capital since it's right there. And Tuscany is in a bad spot. But like in the old Italian Union days, Savoy is gonna fight alongside their Tuscan brothers. So, Savoy is gonna make an effort to try and push back Rome and kick them out of Tuscan lands. And although they might be successful, not for long, as now the rest of the Roman reinforcements arrive, and they fully kick out Tuscany from the area. And now Roman troops have entered into Savoy, and they quickly capture the capital, and they focus alongside the coast for the other major cities. And now Savoy surrenders over to Rome. Now let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see Rome fully annex Tuscany and annex half of Savoy. Rome decided to go a little bit easier on Savoy since they did surrender in the end. So yeah, that's about it for that. Alton's worst nightmare is coming to life in this video. Now, which country is next to go on Rome's hit list? Is it A, Switzerland, B, Germany, or C, Czechia? Well, if you chose Switzerland, you'd be correct. Now, ignoring that the Alps are a thing, and Rome makes an invasion of Switzerland, swiftly capturing the capital and capitulating the country within a month. Switzerland is not a very strong country. And I'm not even gonna cut for this video because it's pretty obvious how it's just gonna turn out, as a full annexation is ongoing over here. So yeah, goodbye Switzerland. And I'm not referring to other Switzerland, this Switzerland. Still a bit sad about other Switzerland being forced to quit, but we gotta move on. Now, as you can probably guess, Rome's next target is none other than the Germans. Who would have thought? Rome has revenge on their mind, and that's what they're gonna do. Roman troops cross the border, and they make an invasion of the German. And now this is gonna be Rome's hardest war yet. If you're wondering what they're not invading the rest of Savoy, is because the peace treaty that Rome can attack Savoy for a while, it hasn't fallen through yet, which is why Rome is going over here and invading Germany. Now, Rome is specifically focusing on this area, and they are swiftly stopped over here since Germany has set up a lot of defenses over here. So Rome tries to sneakily go around here without being spotted, and now they form a giant spearhead to the German capital from behind. And Germany is caught swiftly off guard by this, and this front meets up with the front over here, and Rome forced Germany into a surrender. Now, please don't comment saying that the whole sneaking around thing would have been unrealistic. I'm trying to entertain you guys. Like, I know this won't be realistic at all, but just pray and enjoy. And in this peace treaty, Rome annexed the entirety of the southern half of Germany, and now Rome has a massive upgrade. And now, unluckily for Savoy, the peace treaty with Rome has now fallen through. And to spare you the details, yeah, Savoy loses within 3 weeks. Rome is just that powerful. And like I've said multiple times before, I'm not even gonna pause this because you already know how it's gonna turn out with full annexation. Well, from Rome's half. I mean, what else are they gonna do? Let's be honest. Alton is, if Alton is watching with which I doubt he is, but hopefully he is, he's probably crashing out right now over what's happening here. Now, Rome is probably thinking, who should I go after next? Maybe Germany again, but they have a treaty with them. The Dutch? No, that's a bad idea. Czechia? Maybe. This country, which I should know the name of, but I don't. Yes, which could be a good idea for Rome to invade them. Catalonia, you could try that. And then you can invade Greece, bad idea. And you can invade the Farmers' Republic, bad idea. So, let's see what Rome is gonna try. It's gonna be between these 3 guys. And in the end, Rome decides to invade, I'm gonna call this country Marseille. And now, Marseille, they were expecting this, so they are able to like put up more of a fight than, say, Savoy. But in the end, it's not nearly enough. And you want to know the worst part? A certain country called France wants some of that old land they had back. So, now France is gonna invade Marseille from behind, and together with Rome they split the country in half. Now, peace treaty. And in this peace treaty we see familiar borders. Now you might be wondering, why did the Dutch gain land out of this? It's because, Rome does not really want to anger the Dutch, so it hoped that just giving them some land will make them leave them alone. So that's what Rome is thinking right now. So, yeah. Now, Rome is going to chill out. They fear that if they invade everybody too frequently, then they might get a coalition formed against them. So, they just wait for like about 7 years or so, maybe 10. It's up to you to decide how long Rome is taking a chill pill for now. But after a while, Rome decides that they're finally ready to go out and expand its glorious nation again. I don't think that. I'm just saying that to like make you think that, oh, the Roman leaders are probably saying that. But yeah, Rome is hungry for this country, so now they're gonna make an invasion of them. And this country has no chance. And Roman tactics are swift and easy, but effective. And they destroy this country completely. And yet this country stood no chance from the beginning. Like, I'm trying to make this as interesting as I can, but it's very hard since you know what the outcome will be with Rome invading all these tiny, weak nations. So yeah, well, Rome fully annexes Czechia, yeah, and for now there's not really anywhere for you to go. Like, sure, you can invade Catalonia, but France will step in if you do that, and then the Dutch might get involved. So I don't think you would want that. And you could invade the Farmers' Republic, but then you'll have to deal with Poland, and I don't think that's a war you have to fight. Right, and don't fight West Africa. You could fight Tripolitania, but that's not a good idea. And then that leaves Greece. Sure, Greece is strong, but I think you're now stronger than them. So maybe this could work out. And it kind of wants some of their old lands back. So, Rome is going to declare war on Greece. Immediately, Rome captures these two major cities, and they make a naval landing over in Albania on the coast. And they're trying to work their way to this major city. They want to flank this major city, but Greece stops that from happening. Greece manages to push back the Romans a bit, and they form a defensive front over here. So Rome decides to make a landing down here to hopefully distract the Greeks, and it works out as Greece moves some of their forces from here, and they manage to recapture this major city. And then Rome cuts a deal with a country that, quote unquote, has been wronged by Greece in the past. Now, what country is this? Well, it's pretty obvious who it is. The Cretan nation, or Anatolia, is going to declare war on Greece. And immediately, these troops start to do some damage over here. Since Greece had pulled a lot of their troops over here to fight over in Rome, they didn't account for the fact that Crete / Anatolia might join this war, and they fully lose all of their Anatolian lands. And now the Cretians are making some landings over here. And now Greece, knowing that this is an unwinnable war, after the capital is captured, Greece is going to surrender over to the outside invaders, that being Rome and Crete. Now let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see Greece is heavily weakened. They lose all of their Anatolian lands and lose more over here in Thrace. Rome takes a big chunk out of Greece. They take all of their Albanian lands and away from them. And now Greece is left in a really weak spot, and they could collapse at any moment. But we're not going to cover that since this video is all about Rome. And speaking of Rome, this will be the end of the video. I think it turned out good. Please write some feedback down in the comments. But yeah, that's about it. So, bye. Smash the notification bell, smash the like button, and smash the subscribe button. And I'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.